at the 400. Mia this morning was 445. She is now 442. Megan Van Berkem making a bid to catch Rachel Klinker. And here comes Meg. Mia, 50 to go. If she can bring this back, she'll be under 440. Megan Van Berkem with a terrific second half. Elliott Kennedy swimming well in lane 1. Mia, 439.33. Megan, 442.6. Tie for third as Katie McCarthy catches Rachel Klinker. And right behind them is Gophers' Elliott Kennedy. Our next event is the men's 500 free. C final. Swimming in lane 1 for Pitt, Alex Kraft. Lane 2 for Harvard, Anders Eisters. Lane 3 for Harvard, Philip Lanier. In lane 4 for Minnesota, Jackson Brown. Lane 5 for Pittsburgh, Guy Frimis. Lane 6 for Harvard, Noah Bruni. Lane 7 for Ball State, Malcolm Slater. And in lane 8 for Pitt, Wesley Keppard. In the A final of the women's, Mia Motikaitis, congratulations on a time that is now 17th in Division I. .200 yards in. And Harvard's Anders Eisters, 143.8. Noah Bruni over in lane 6, splitting 27.04 as he tries to move up. Honors still holding the lead. The rest of the field tightening up a little bit behind him here. Fastest split on the board belongs to Jackson Brown of the Gophers. 100 yards to go. This morning, Jackson came back in 54-9. Alex Kraft of Pitt also challenging. And with a 50 to go, we may have a new leader. Jackson Brown and Alex Kraft turning right together. Jackson's looking at him, and they're looking at each other on the way down the pool. And Wesley Kephart of Pitt over in lane 8. And it's going to go to Alex Kraft for 28-29. And it looks like everybody in that heat dropped time from the prelims. Ready now for the B final, swimming in lane 1. Chris Naj in Minnesota. In lane 2 from Pittsburgh, Michael Piela. In lane 3, Shane Washard, Harvard. Lane 4, Trent Frenzen, California. Lane 5, Robin Hansen of Cal. And lane 6, Jack Meehan, California. Lane 7, Mason Nybor of Arizona. And lane 8, Harris Durham of Harvard. B final. In the early going here, it is Robin Henson of Cal, followed by his teammate Trent Franson in lane 4. Franson in 4, Hansen in 5, Meehan in 6, and Naj in lane 1. All splitting pretty much right together. At the 250, it is Franson, Henson, and Naj. Chris Naj, one of the better distance swimmers in the Big Ten, should have a good second half. And Franzen pulling away. Naj in second by a fraction. .100 yards to go. Franson came home in 52.8 this morning. He's going to be tough to catch. Chris Naj in lane 1 was also a 52. Little too much ground to make up. And a challenge here by Michael Piela Pitt in lane 2. Seven 100ths of a second between Naj in 1, Piela in 2. But the B final was going to belong to Trent Franzen. And Naj really bringing up the legs. And Chris Naj with a monster last 50. He drops 4.5 seconds off of his prelim time. Trent Franzen in lane 4 takes 2.5 seconds off of his prelim time to win the B final. And now, let's meet the A finalists in the men's 500 freestyle. Swimming in lane 1 from Cal, Aaron Shackle. In lane 2 from Minnesota, William Christensen. In lane 3, first year from Cal, Keaton Jones. In lane 4, junior from Minnesota, second in the Big Tens, Bar Solovicek. In lane 5, a junior from Cal, he's the Pac-12 champion, Gabriel Jett. In lane 6 from Cal, senior Tyler Kopp. In lane 7 from Harvard, Cole Custer. And in lane 8, junior from Arizona, Cole Custer. Beck Parnham in lane 8. Custer in 7. And both Gabriel and Barr ahead of their prelim swims this morning. This morning, Gabriel was out in a 142.4, Barr 142.1. They are well ahead of pace. A reminder to swimmers in the women's 200 individual medley C final. There will not be a para final. We will go directly to the C final. And Barr and Gabriel doing a little synchro routine here. And they are tied together at the 300. 3 seconds ahead of their 420 and change qualifying times. Gabriel now trying to make a move. Keep in mind that Solovicek is a miler with NCAA places in the 1650. Jet, a butterflyer, using his underwaters effectively, and Solovicek catching up in between. And Gabriel throws down to 25.6. He could easily be a 4:15. And a 4:16.15. That is now the 20th fastest time in the country. Barr at 4:18.37. And we move on now to the women's 200-yard individual medley. C final. Swimming in lane 1 from Harvard, Ro Dudevois. In lane 2, Nadia Burari, Arizona. In lane 3, Ava Gustafson of Minnesota. Lane 4, Abigail Hersku, California. Lane 5, Elizabeth Jacobs of Minnesota. Lane 6, Jayla Pina of Pitt. Lane 7, Lizzie Brock of Harvard. And in lane 8, from the University of Minnesota, Summer Schmidt. And Elizabeth Jacobs going out like a rocket, 56.5 at the 100. And Elizabeth Jacobs coming back to the field here a little bit in the breaststroke. She did have a nice 30.7 in the freestyle. There's Abigail Heskew of Cal. And Abigail takes it at 2:03.73. Second to Elizabeth Jacobs. She comes back nicely. We have a disqualification in lane 1 for a stroke violation. Next up is the B final. Swimming in lane 1, Jessie Strong of Pitt. In lane 2, Claire Reinke of Minnesota. In lane 3, her Gopher teammate Brigitta Neverman. In lane 4, Angelina Messina from Pitt. Lane 5, Alicia Henry of Cal. Lane 6, Annika McEnroe of California. In lane 7, Indy Jongman of Minnesota. And in lane 8, Caroline Kramer, Arizona. And it's 1, 2, 3 after the butterfly for the Gophers. Brigitta Neverman, followed by Indy Jongman, Claire Reinke. And we'll see if the Gophers can hang on to their lead. Brigitta came back in 30.4 this morning. And going into the mid freestyle turn, Brigitta and Angelina Messina a bit right together. Alicia Henry of Cal in lane 5 with a strong freestyle. And it is Alicia Henry, 202 flat. But 202s for Angelina, Brigitta, Indy, and Claire. A reminder, coaches, after this next heat, we will close the availability of time trials. Time trials due at the conclusion of this coming heat. And now, let's meet the A finalists in the women's 200-yard individual medley. Swimming in lane 1 for Arizona, Daisy Anderson. In lane 2 for Harvard, Stephanie Ianakani. In lane 3 for Cal, Lizzie Cook. In lane 4 for Cal, Ava Chavez. In lane 5 for Pittsburgh, Sydney Gring. In lane 6 for Minnesota, Grace Drabot. And in lane 7 for Arizona, Kelsey Wasikowski. And in lane 8 for Harvard, Alexandra Denisenko. In lane 4, Ava Chavez, and lane 5, Sydney Gring, both under 2 minutes this morning with B cuts. That B cut, 1:59.56. And leading after the butterfly, Lizzie Cook, almost the exact same split as she had this morning. And things are tightened up. And Ava Chavez comes out smoking in the freestyle. And Ava, 1:57.63. A 1:59.33 for third for Kelsey Wasikowski. A B cut for Kelsey. Sydney Gring improves on her B cut as well. Congratulations. Reminder, coaches, now time trial requests are now closed. Ready now for the C final in the men's 200 individual medley. C final. Swimming in lane 1 is Tommy Roeder of California. Lane 2, David Schmidt of Harvard. Lane 3, Taylor Wisdom of Arizona. Lane 4, Jensen Nelson, Pitt. Lane 5, Humberto Nayera of California. Lane 6, Casey Stowe, Minnesota. Lane 7, senior captain Des Sakjen, Minnesota. And lane 8, one more go for Jack Ballard. Humberto out nicely, but Tommy Roeder of Cal in lane 1 right on his heels. Nayera and Roeder 1-2 with 50 to go. And Humberto 147.87. A 2-second time drop. And now swimming in the B final in lane 1, Tate Bati of Arizona. Lane 2, Javier Zarzano Hover of Pittsburgh. Lane 3, Samuel Quarles of California. In lane 4, Ryan Slonik of Minnesota. In lane 5, Jake Hand, Arizona. Lane 6, Alberto Hernandez Garcia, Minnesota. In lane 7, Sean Swift of California. And in lane 8, Hank Rivers of Cal. Alberto Hernandez Garcia of Minnesota will turn first at the 100. A good 7/10 ahead of where he was this morning. His breaststroke was solid. He split 32.6 in the prelims. If he can hold on, he could bring this back. And a very, very tight field at the 150. Looks like Sean Swift turned first with 25 to go. And Swift in at 146.9. Big drop for Sean. In fact, nice time drops all the way across the board. And now, let's meet the A finalists in the men's 200-yard individual medley. Swimming in lane 1 for the University of Minnesota. He was fourth in the Big Tens in this event last year, Kaiser Neverman. In lane 2 for Arizona, Jaden Neighbor. In lane 3 for Harvard, Gunnar Grant. In lane 4, second in the NCAAs last year, Cal senior Destin Lasco. In lane 5 from Arizona, Ryan Purdy. Lane 6 from Pitt, Max Matezazi. In lane 7 from Arizona, Orion Henderson. And in lane 8 from Pittsburgh, Marcin Garage. Destin Lasco, a member of the U.S. national team, posted a 142.76 this morning. Expect a good backstroke leg out of him. And a 24.6, I'd guess that qualifies as a good backstroke split. And Lasco with a nice breaststroke leg of 29.7, 27.95 for Henderson. And Dustin Lasco, nice finish, 140.16. And that is an A cut. Automatic qualifying time for Dustin Lasco. Second goes to Arizona's Ryan Purdy. Third to Gunnar Grant. Our next event is the women's 50-yard freestyle. C final. Lane 1, Jade Nesser. Lane 2, Lexi Duxerer. Lane 3, Alyssa Schwengel. Lane 4, Maddie Adewale. Lane 5 rather, Claire Jansen. 6, Maddie Burt. 7, Sydney Griscavage. And 8, Daniela Cogswell. And outside smoke, Daniela Cogswell of Cal. 22-78. And now, swimming in the B final in lane 1, Alexa Puccini of Arizona. Lane 2, Elizabeth Timmer, Arizona. Lane 3, Morgan Brophy of Cal. Lane 4, Morgan Thomas of Minnesota. In lane 5, Stephanie Akakaboda, California. Lane 6, Anya Mostek of Harvard. In lane 7, Julia Wozniak of Arizona. And in lane 8, Marian Shikaligazadhadl of Arizona. And Morgan Brophy just ahead of Morgan Thomas. And now, the A finalists in the women's 50-yard freestyle. Lane 1 from California, Ella Mazurek. In lane 2 from California, Emily Gantries. In lane 3, also from Cal, McKenna Stone. In lane 4 is our top qualifier, the Pitt School record holder, Sophie Yendell. In lane 5 from Cal, Eloise Riley. Lane 6 from Ball State, Peyton Kelly. In lane 7 from Cal, national team member Isabel Stadden. And in lane 8, junior from Minnesota, 4th all-time for the Gophers, Hannah Cornish. Every swimmer in this final qualified with a B cut. A cut is 21.63. And the best finish belongs to Sophie Yendell of Pitt, 22.03, as she improves her B cut. Next up, the men's 50-yard freestyle. Swimming in lane 1, Dylan Hawk, Cal. Lane 2, Daniel Young, Arizona. Lane 3, Connor Groya, Minnesota. Lane 4, Krzysztof Radoszewski of Pitt. Lane 5, Lovros Sidarovic, Minnesota. Lane 6, Owen Chai of Ball State. Lane 7, Sonny Wang, Harvard. And lane 8, Stepan Goncharov, Pittsburgh. C final. And thank goodness for electronic timing. Stepan Goncharov of Pitt, 1987. And now swimming in the B final. In lane 1 from Cal Colby Hatton. Lane 2, Matthew Jensen, California. Lane 3, Ryan Hardy, Arizona. Lane 4, Dare Rose, Cal. Lane 5, Davide Maria Hagarbagiu, Minnesota. Lane 6, Dominic Toledo Sanchez, Pittsburgh. Lane 7, Marcus Holmquist of Harvard. And lane 8, David Greeley of Harvard. The B final. And for the Gophers, Davide Maria Haravagiu, 1976. And now let's meet the championship finalists, the A finalists in the men's 50. Swimming in lane 1 for Arizona, Jack Donovan. In lane 2 for Cal, Robin Henson. In lane 3 from Arizona, consolation champion last year in the Pac-12, Tommy Palmer. In lane 4 from California, he was 6th last year at the NCAA championships right here at the Gene Freeman Pool, Jack Alexi. In lane 5, his teammate from Cal, who was 3rd in the NCAAs last year, Bjorn Seeliger. In lane 6 from Cal, Liam Bell. In lane 7, also from Cal, Kai Cruz. And lane 8 from Arizona, Seth Miller. And with a great finish, Jack Alexi by 3/100ths of a second ahead of teammate Bjorn Seeliger. We will now take a 20-minute break prior to the 200-yard freestyle relay. And we will follow the relays with a handful of time trials. We will resume at 7:28 p.m. Swimmers, the competition pool is open. Time trial sheets are available at your table, coaches. And swimmers, the competition pool is open. A reminder, swimmers and coaches, that we will be resuming competition with the 200 free relay in 4 minutes at 7 p.m.
How do you guys ref Summer Schmidt? Like, can she touch with one hand and the two hand touches?
Yeah, you can only judge body parts that are there.
What's that?
Something is picking up.
Is that what the screen sounds like?
I forgot to see.
Our next event is the women's 200-yard freestyle relay. C final. Swimming in lane 3 for California, the team of Griscavage, Davis, Chavez, and Cogswell. In lane 4 for Arizona, the team of Urbanowski, Schwengel, Burt, and Fellner. In lane 5 for Pitt, C, the team of Genzel, U, Agathocleus, and Bailey. Lane 6 is Pittsburgh, D, the team of Pina, Berger, Bucaro, and Livingston. And Cal and Arizona right together. Reminder to swimmers to get out of the water right away or you'll trigger the pad and screw up your teammates' splits. $22.55 for Daniela Cogswell and a 128.9 for Cal. And now swimming in the B heat, heat 2, lane 2. The team of Akakaboda, Mizurik, Brophy, and Nasser of Cal. In lane 3, the team of Hakanadaughter, Bullock, Wiklawik, and Heslett of Harvard. In lane 4, the team of Anderson, Aluwalia, Puccini, and Dutcher from Arizona. In lane 5, the team of McFadden, Colbert, London, and Strong from Pittsburgh. And in lane 6, the team of Jongman, Kalyevik, Goodnow, and Reinke from Minnesota. So Cal B making a move over here in lane 2. Morgan Brophy in the water for the Bears. Alexa Puccini in lane 4 for Arizona, trying to challenge. Anchoring now for Cal, Jade Nesser. And it's Cal, 129.93. Not quite as fast as the C time. And now, let's meet the A teams in Heat 3. Swimming in lane 1, the team of Stone, Riley, Stadden, and Gantries. That's California. In lane 3, the team of Thomas, Cornish, Kalyevik, and Yablonsky from Minnesota. In lane 4, the team of Heimstead, Wozniak, Timmer, and Shehalakadanda from Arizona. In lane 5, the team of Yendel, Jensen, Kring, and Kudlek from Pittsburgh. And in lane 6, the team of Mostek, Liu, Alas, and Hamlin for Harvard. E3. (22-34) for Sophie Yendel of Pitt. Isabel Stadden in the water for Cal. Emily Gantry is anchoring now for Cal. For Arizona, it's Miriam Shea Halazadakanda. And Cal, 128-24. That's an NCAA A cut. In second is Arizona, 129-13, and that is a B cut. Next up is the men's 200 freestyle relay. We have 4 heats. Heat 1. In lane 4 is Pittsburgh D. Lane 5, California D. Leadoff legs for Pitt. Nick Short. Leading off for Cal, Forrest Frazier. Now in the water for Pittsburgh, Paul Lero. For Cal, Luca Gissendander. In the lead now for Cal, swimming outlet Andrew Hallett. For Pitt, Eric Camden. And in the water now for the Golden Bears, Nicholas Antonio. And for the Panthers in lane 4, Michael Ryan. We have a disqualification in Heat 1. Lane 4, the first exchange was too early. Heat 2. Showing in lane 3, the team of Jensen, Quarles, Hatton, and Hawk. That's Cal C. In lane 4, the team of Matiasi, Nelson, Heck, and Smith from Pittsburgh. In lane 5, team of Steffen, Hansen, Kistler, and Wadney from Minnesota. Lane 6, the team of Bafico, Washert, Custer, and Schmidt from Harvard. And Dylan Hawk brings the Bears home, 119.56. And now the B finalists swimming in lane 2. Cal, the team of Seeliger, Bell, Jett, and Rose. In lane 3 for Pittsburgh, the team of Sharabura, Jalbert, Frimis, and Smolsky. In lane 4, Arizona, the team of Young, Donovan, Gufran, and Batai. Lane 5 for Harvard, the team of Dalby, Asters, Durham, and Dietz. And in lane 6 for Minnesota, the team of Abdelwahab, McDonald, McCarthy, and Stowe. And Bjorn Seeliger for Cal, 19-20. And Cal will anchor with Dare Rose. And a 1:18:26 for Cal B. And now let's meet the A teams swimming in Heat 4. Swimming in lane 2 is the team of Wang, Greeley, Holmquist, and Grant from Harvard. In lane 3, the team of Jones, Hanson, Lasko, and Alexi from Cal. In lane 4, the team of Palmer, Deladen Kitafiri, Miller, and Hardy from Arizona. In lane 5, the team of Harabajiu, Neverman, Soderovic, and Groya from Minnesota. And in lane 6, the team of Goncharov, Toledo Sanchez, Radishevsky, and Garage from Pittsburgh. Tommy Palmer of Arizona, 1929. This is Ralph Deladen Kirafuri with a 1929. And Cal and Arizona locking horns, turning together with 25 to go. And it's Cal, Jack Alexi, bringing it home. Next in the program, we will have 4 heats of time trials. We have a disqualification in Heat 4. Lane 2, second exchange was early and illegal. As you can probably tell, the times on the board are not correct. We will begin time trials at 7:55. So a little more than 5 minutes from now. Final times on the board are now official. So the 1:16.61 for Cal is an A cut, automatic qualifying time. Making the B cut is Arizona A. So congratulations to the Crimson and the Golden. And once again, time trials will begin at 7:55, about 4.5 minutes from now. All right, it's 7:55. Time for time trials. Our first one is 100-yard backstroke. Swimming in lane 4 for Cal. Going a 100 backstroke, Kai Cruz. All right, once again, lane 4, Kai Cruz going 100 backstroke. 22-3 on the way out. Working his underwaters for all they're worth. And 46-45, a B cut for Kai. And now a combined series, swimming at lane 2 for Arizona, going 200 freestyle, William Tennyson. In lane 4 for Arizona, going butterfly 200, Hakan Naughton. And in lane 6 for Cal, going backstroke, Colby Mefford. Hakan Naughton out in 48-7. Cut he is shooting for is a 145.89. Hakan swam locally for Riptide. And he still holds the state senior record in the 200 fly. Colby Mefford of Cal has got a good one going over in the backstroke. In lane 6, he's shooting for a 144.60. And a 140.38. Only a second and a couple of tenths off of the A cut. Hakan 143.13, and that makes a B cut. Next up, 50-yard breaststroke time trial. Lane 4, Joey Garberick, and lane 4, Aiden Biddle of Ball State, both of them. He won. And Joey, 424, 25-17 for Eden. And then last up is Bryce Henshaw going a 50-yard butterfly in lane 4. Bryce from Ball State as well. And a 22-18 for Bryce. And that concludes our session for this evening. I'd like to thank all of you who joined us on the live stream from across the country and around the world. This is truly an